Hey guys, just finished watching Gotham season 4, episode 5, A Dark Knight, The Blade's Path. Um, wow, it was a pretty interesting episode. It was pretty cool seeing the whole, Bruce Wayne trying to go off and kill, um, you know, trying to go up and kill Ra's al Ghul and actually killing him and all playing with that stuff. And that was one of the things I really hoped that they were going to play with in this show, and this season. They talk about how at the beginning of the episode, they talk about how Alfred Trap says in one rule, don't kill and stuff like that. And I like how it's Alfred's rule, but Bruce is not there yet and stuff. Building up to that one that Batman doesn't kill, because Batman's killed a ton of in the comic books. In the early days, he even carried a gun, not exactly in his first appearance, but like early Bob Kane, Bill Finger storylines. He used a gun and stuff like that. So I think it would be cool to see reference to that and see him, using a gun for the first little bit or something like that, or killing people during the first little bit, just like on Arrow, how the first season he killed and then he learns not to later on. I think that would be a cool aspect with Bruce building things up. First he starts off killing and stuff because he doesn't know how not to and stuff. Right now he's not there yet. It's very difficult, and I think all of his situations, if they all end up, with him, if he all ends up just killing everyone, because that's the way he only knows how to do. He doesn't know any other way, and he's not fully trained yet. He's not at Batman level to be able to go so far as to take someone down without actually killing them. I think that would be a cool way to build that up into the Batman. It's just easier for him right now to just kill them and get rid of them and stuff like that. I think that would be really cool to see that. And also I think it'd be interesting to see with this whole Penguin, and him controlling all the crime in Gotham and stuff. Surprised that no one from another, from the FBI outside of Gotham is not coming in to try and, stop this and stuff like that. But I guess the crime is down. So, it is pretty interesting to see how things go with this, and it was pretty cool at the end seeing finally we're going to get Leslie Thompson's back, Dr. Thompson. It's going to be cool to see that Lee Thompson back in this different role. It's going to be quite cool to see where she's doing and what she's and how she's doing and stuff. And it really is interesting with how they did the Solomon Grundy storyline with Butch and stuff, which was kind of interesting. Although it's just his origin, which was pretty good, and he looks kind of okay. I mean, I want him to be a little bit bigger, but they do have it pretty well. He does tower over a few people. I just hope that no one should be taller than him. He should be the tallest person on the show, no matter what, type thing. So we'll have to wait and see how things go with this, but I think there may be a little fine tweaking and stuff, make him, because in the cartoons and the comics he actually looks a little ripped and not overweight and stuff like that, where it looks kind of silly that he's able to hit someone and then they go flying type thing. It doesn't really work or add up, whereas he's supposed to be almost Hulk level, not Hulk strength, but just looks like Hulk, type thing. So, because I remember in the Justice League cartoons, Superman was always the one that would go at him whenever during the big fights with all the, Joker, Lex Luthor, and all the, the Legion of Doom type thing. Superman always took on Grundy and stuff. So, I don't feel like this Grundy is Superman level. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to make that I want a Superman, one that's strong enough to fight Superman, because in this show, there is no one to take him on. He would just be too strong and it wouldn't really work out. He wouldn't be able to do anything, type thing. But I just want to see a bit of this one where it makes it very difficult for him to take on. I want it to be stronger than if they ever bring Bane into the show. I want it to be stronger than Bane. He would definitely be stronger than Bane, type thing. So I think it would be really cool to see that and build that up. Very disappointed though we didn't get any of Poison Ivy. It's been a very long time. It's like, I think it was episode 1 that we got, or episode 1 or 2, where Poison Ivy took the stuff and started changing. We still haven't seen her and stuff, and the trailers don't show like they're going to bring her back yet, which annoys me. Because I'd love to see whatever can happen to Poison Ivy and how we're going to get her. I'd love to see Solomon Grundy versus Poison Ivy. I think that would be really cool. But one of the interesting things about about Solomon Grundy and stuff, but that I noticed is that because it was in a swamp, I'd be curious to see if we would ever get something like, it seems like it was more setting up closer to Swamp Thing origin than a Solomon Grundy origin. So I don't know. It's just gonna be interesting to see if that's what they're setting up, because that stuff, that Indian heel stuff, is just sitting out there. It's still there. Anyone could fall into it. I think it'd be really cool as if they eventually were able to bring on Swamp Thing and stuff. But I doubt that we're ever gonna get that, because I just it's a Batman show, not a Swamp Thing show, and I don't know if Fox even has the rights to use that character and stuff. They only have the rights to the Batman stuff. But it would be cool to see Swamp Thing on the show. We'll have to wait and see. But because I think I remember there being a great, I think it was an Alan Moore comic or something. I remember listening to the audiobook or podcast where Kevin Smith reads it out with Batman and Swamp Thing and stuff, and it's just a great story. It's pretty great. So yeah, that would be really cool to see something like that, but I doubt that we're going to get Swamp Thing, because I don't think they have the rights to any of those characters. But yeah, it is pretty interesting to see where things go with here. And Bruce is kind of going on an interesting path, especially now that he's killed Ra's and stuff. Ra's is gone, episode 5, and Ra's al Ghul is already gone. So it's going to be cool to see where things go with this, and also how what's going to happen with Riddler and Butch, and Grundy and stuff, because they're both not really sharp. I mean, Grundy is, just following Riddler and stuff, but it's going to be interesting to see how he uses him, even though he doesn't have his brain, and see where things go with this and stuff. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where things go. I mean, I was hoping kind of like maybe to bring in that other girl that, his fan girl and stuff. Although she was a little annoying and stuff, the idea of bringing a character like that, she would be the one person who's, almost as smart and would do the things that the actual Riddler would have done if he had his wits back. If he was his right self, she would be able to do those things. So I think it would be interesting to see if we get to bring her back, just to be able to see how things go with her and see what she would do. But I don't think, I guess, what's his face says the Riddler doesn't want her around or anything like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see what things go with this. Definitely can't wait to see what Tabitha thinks of Butch back as Solomon Grundy, and what is Barbara gonna think of all this, and so many people. I just definitely can't wait to see where things go, because I'm trying to think, remember if Leslie Thompson has ever met Butch. I mean, I think there probably was 1 or 2 episodes where Butch definitely had Leslie Tompkins, like captive or stuff like that, hostage or something. There, again, remember maybe 1 or 2 times where that was going on. So maybe she should recognize him. She'll definitely recognize, as Nigma from the precinct and stuff. But it's gonna be fun to see where things go with that, and see how that turns out. But we'll have to wait and see. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below. What is your favorite part? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes subscribing is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?